Now, the season premiere of the HBO original series, The Righteous Gemstones. Gemstone Ministry. Bowman. After the guard is gone, guarding down the block, and then Odom's finding it. He's got 9 assists again. He's one more away from another double-double. There's still 9:23 to go.
His 6 turnovers on the season, as I mentioned multiple times now. 3 of them come in the last 3 games.
Just playing great.
You are committed to making a difference with Oman. You're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, daily dream to innovate the league. Quite a few upset going down. SoCon Sammy's 1C Chattanooga 5C Furman.
Beautiful step back jumper. Smith Jr. gets it to go on the other side. Trey Bonham drives to the basket, denied by Bowser, and we head to overtime. Nick Anderson here on the drive gets a tough mid-range jumper to go. Last chance for Chattanooga here. So close, but that only counts in Horseshoe. Furman gets the win 80-77.
How about the Sun Belt semifinal, the 1 seed South Alabama? And that is another 1 seed falling in these mid-major conference tournaments. Arkansas State won a game earlier this season at Memphis. If the Red Wolves get in, they could win a game in around 64.
It is brutal for those small programs, Chris, as you well know. It comes down to 3 or 4 days in.
You can win your league, and it doesn't matter what 1 seed you have to win. And as I said before, upset alert. 5 seed Navy. If they get to the tournament, first 4, John, you'll be there. They'll have a losing record.
What's going on, everybody? How's it going, Steve? We're gonna get going shortly. We have a couple of people who haven't been paid for. I'm going to make a quick list, and in a minute, I will drop in the leftovers who haven't paid. If anybody wants to pick up anything extra, we're gonna have some college basketball on in the background tonight. Second half of the the Summit Championship. What's going on, Greg? We will, let's see. This time, next Sunday, we will be in Florida. Brian will be running the break next week. So issue break, we will still have a break next Sunday. That'll be run by Brian. Same eBay channel and same eBay store. The issue breaks channel. The link will be in that. Oh no, I put the wrong link in. All right, so Brian will have to log into my. No, I did make that right. It'll be Brian's channel. Link will be in the listings. But yeah, if anybody last second is in the Florida area, me, Greg, Bobby, and I think Bobby has one of his friends who's also a breaker joining us. So we will be at the Mets Nationals prospect breakout game. So if anybody else is in the area, feel free to join us. We'll be in the outfield. What's it called? The little grass berm thing in the outfield. Nothing tonight, Michael. And we got Mike Preston going to the White Sox Rockies on Sunday. Nice. So we have a bunch of people going to check out some of these prospects. Yeah, I have to go through all of the lineups. I noticed that for the game that we're going to go to, I feel like the I don't know if it's going to be possible to like get autographs from these guys or something. I would assume that it's something that they would do in this kind of a game. So I'm going to be bringing a couple of Brady House cards with me since he doesn't have any on-card first autographs. Figure that would be a good thing to get. And some Noah Tongs as well, since I don't think he has any on-card autographs. Certainly nothing from Topps. All right, we just had one payment come through. Let me just refresh this one more time and see what is still available. All right, so we have a couple of spots available. I'm just going to list them out, then I'll drop them into the chat.
Yeah, I caught up with Coach Tower at the half and just asked him what he credits that 7-2 run at the end of the half of Omaha. Their side of things, he said ultimately it's all about having some poise on the offensive side of the ball. He said that you have to get some pain on the defensive side of the ball. He said you cannot let this team get as touch as they are in the game right now.
Thank you, Emily. And it was the second half which the Tommies turned it around against North Dakota yesterday. They've been wanting to shoot 63% from the field, 50% from the free. So let's see if they've got more of that in the bottle. Now it's going to be getting the possession started. There's a couple of threes early from Byrie, but now it's going to be Tom from outside.
All right, so the spots that haven't been paid for yet are going into the chat right now. We have in order with Blake Wright and Victor Hurtado that I'll make available for slightly under what it went for. It went for a little over 11. We'll make it available for 10. Bryce Rayner went for 81. I'll drop that down to 80. And Aiden Major went for 750. I'll drop that down to 6 if anybody's interested in picking up any additional spots. PayPal, Venmo information is up on screen. Greg taking Wright and Aaron taking Rayner. All right, you guys got it. I'm going to clear those orders in eBay for you guys. And let me know if you need me to type out the PayPal or Venmo. All right, Rayner is clear. And Blake Wright and Hurtado are almost there. They are clear for you. Good. All right. So, Greg taking Major as well. Let me clear that one. Ooh, we got Omaha beating the Tommies in the background. St. Thomas against Omaha, Nebraska in the final of the Summit Championship. I actually kind of like St. Thomas, even though they can't make the tournament. I'm rooting for them to win this. Omaha makes the tournament either way, thanks to the fact that St. Thomas just got brought up to Division I, and for whatever silly reason, they don't let them make it to the tournament for a couple years after that. All right, so yes, PayPal works, Greg, or PayPal or Venmo. So we have Aaron grabbing Rayner for 80. And we have Greg picking up the rest, which was Blake Wright, Hurtado, and Major for. That's me. I'll round it down to 15. All right, and I think that is everything, and we're good to get started. What's going on, Greg? Thanks for joining us for the first time. And while we're on that note, for anybody who is interested, who's new to the group and is interested in joining our Facebook group, I will drop that info in the chat. We post some singles in there, so if anybody's interested in selling singles through the group, we also run additional team breaks, bunch of different Bowman breaks as well as tops. Typically sticking with that, although we do branch out to some other stuff as well. Aaron sent the Venmo. Let me just check that I got that. Oh boy, Omaha running away with this a little bit. All right, Aaron, got that. Thank you. And Greg says he'll send it in a minute, and we'll get going. Let's go. What's going on? Let's see, Michael. Good luck to Greg, the first timer. I'm in New York. You think you bought cards from me last week, like singles, or did you buy into one of our breaks? We do have 2 breakers on our channel, so it's possible that you broke with Brian, not us, who is in Virginia. Although I think his label still might say they come from New York because he uses my account, which I'm surprised USPS has never gotten mad about that. I don't know why my light just went out. That's weird. Let's see if we can get that to stay on. Well, we get started. All right, we are already at 10:13, so let's get things moving. And there's the light, just in time. Joey G, please grab the box with the Bazana and the Burns duel. There's a Bazana Burns duel. All right, we have we have these 3 boxes tonight. Came in an order together, all from the same case, according to the buyer or according to the seller. So these are the 3 we're going to be ripping tonight, and then we'll be getting, I guess, in 2 weeks, since Brian's going to be ripping next weekend. In 2 weeks, we'll be getting into a fresh case. That would be wild. I would be very, very excited to pull that card for you, Joey G. Although, unless you have Burns too, we would have to randomize that at the end of the break. We did that with a Junior Caminero and Ellie hit that we had at a Bowman Chrome earlier this week. The Ellie spot took that one down. And let's see, getting us underway. There is the first box of the night empty. Oh, you have both? Well, there you go. No randomization needed then. Greg, who do you have in the break tonight for your potential first time in a break with us? Let's see. There is so much to talk about in terms of baseball news. Let me see what I remember. All right, skimming through the papers as usual. Since we have the paper spot, we do slow down for the color, but no color in that one. Starting off the Chromes with Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southasine, Geronda Berry, Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, and there's Seaver King, Carson Benj, first rounders, and Brody Brecht, Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle. My major complaint out of the last case was that there were too many base chromes out of a jumbo case. Looks like, at least to start this one, we might have a better situation here. Brandon Sproat, Zach Veen, Harry Ford, Walker Martin, Johnny Farmello. Back to firsts, Nate Knowles, Jackson Wentworth, and Adriel Rodney. No refractors in this first one, with a Cam Caminiti and Dylan Cruz insert in the back. So let's see. Nobody, just got a bid by Bazana. Well, welcome to the break. Who I guess you'd be rooting for Bazana or rooting against Bazana in that case? Let's see. I think my favorite prospect quote of the week that I heard, I was listening to a Mets Top 15 podcast, was about Carson Benj, saying that he might be one of the best well-rounded players in minor league baseball leading into this year. And the quote was, there's going to be dads on Long Island for decades talking about how Carson Benj is the kind of player that they want their sons to be. We have Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda-Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez, Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart. Next first rounder, J.D. Dix, Braden Montgomery, and Nick Kurtz getting on the board early with a Dylan Dreeling before our refractors. Clark Candiati, Tanner Jones, Caden Dana, Yoandy Morales, Juan Baez, Davison De Los Santos, Colt Emerson, Mick Abel. Our first auto is going to be a base, and it's going to be Cole Mathis. Is that Meb tonight? If I remember correctly, Meb, I believe, has that Cole Mathis base auto, and Ryan Waldschmidt on the plasma power. So our first hit of the night is the third base prospect for the Cubs. Second rounder? Yep, second rounder, Cole Mathis. We'll get that one up there in the display to start us off, and we'll sleeve up all of our Chrome firsts. We'll get a top load on our Nick Kurtz and Braden Montgomery. And a penny sleeve on the JD Dix. For anybody who is new to our breaks, we do sleeve up all Chrome cards before they get shipped out to you guys. We sleeve up the big ones in the break so we can keep things moving. We're not going to sleeve up every single card. I think I might have tried that once upon a time and realized that it kept us here for a long time. All right, let's see. Well, hopefully there'll be lots of big hits for people tonight. We're off to a nice start with the Cole Mathis there. We have a Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanaga. Speaking of Trey Snyder, I think I said last week that Cole Schneider was 6'6" and 200 something pounds. That was Eli Serrano, not Trey Snyder. So Eli Serrano is the Met that I'm more likely to be collecting out of this class. We have an Ethan Bagwell, Casey Sauke, another Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas, Blake Burke, first rounder. Braylon Payne, first rounder. There's our first Chase Burns, Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Brooks Auger. So definitely a lot more firsts so far in this case, which is the way it usually is in jumbos. Vladdy Guerrero, Ethan Salas, Matt Shaw, Luis Baez, Alexander Albertus, Ty Pete, Yoendry Vargas. There's our first Jack Caglione, and Adrio Rodney in tune. Oh boy. Well, when I said goodbye, High Point today, when they were down 15 in the second half, they immediately turned things around, came back, and won the Big South Conference tournament. Is that what it was? We'll see. We'll see if St. Thomas can do the same thing now with 14 minutes left in the game. All right, what else do we have in the chat? Nothing yet. I also, let's see, Arm was listening to Arm Layton's podcast on the Royals, and he mentioned that Jack Caglione, he graded as an 80 power, which I've never heard him grade anybody as an 80 power. They went through some rankings, and they played the stop when you think that he has great he doesn't have greater power than this person. And they went all the way up the chart through Vladimir Guerrero until they stopped and said that Caglione's power is not as good as Vladdy's, but he was the next player behind him. So definitely some really, really good things to hear about Cags. And he did hit an absolute bomb of a home run this weekend. I think 440 feet. Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell. First rounder, there's our first Bryce Rayner and Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green. Refractors, we have Charlie Bielenson, Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, Trey Morgan, Dylan Cruz, and another base autograph of Fenwick Trimble this time with a Bryce Eldridge plasma power. Let's see. Who does Cags play for? Cags was the first round pick this year for the Royals. Currently, when they signed his contract, they told him they would give him the chance to both pitch and play first base. And as of right now, I believe that is still the case. Although I'm sure that their hope is that he really focuses on the batting at some point. From what I hear, his most likely outcome as a pitcher would be like a high leverage reliever. And I don't know how that exactly would work with a high leverage reliever playing in the field also. That would get a little bit more messy than Shohei Ohtani's situation. We finally have some numbered refractors coming up in this one in chrome, nothing in paper yet. Joey G says, my guy Cam Smith went for big bucks today. Well, Cam Smith has been on fire in spring. That's probably why. We have a Kalen Culpepper there, Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer. There's Eli Serrano looking much more like 6'6" than Trey Snyder. Aiden May, I actually saw him bat in the game today. He does look like he has a nice cut. Blake Wright, there's our first Travis Bazzana base of the night. Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, Kyle Teal, Francisco Villarreal, Giovanni Rodriguez, Parker Smith, Connor Foley, Thayron Lorenzo, Camilo Diaz, Ashedri Vargas, Speckle refractor of Colt Emerson, number 20 of 200, and green grass first of Chase Burns. There you go, Joey G. Getting on the board early tonight with a 93 of 99 Chase Burns second overall pick. Hagen Smith and Caglione with the inserts behind that. But nice start for the number one pitcher in this class. Love a nice green grass autograph. I mean, green grass refractor, I should say. Autograph would be even nicer. Let's see. Colt was 22nd overall. This is serial number 20, so he almost got a match there. All right. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Cam Smith should be going for a lot more than he is. He was on fire last year and is on fire again this spring. Best prospect in this by a long ways, Meb. High praise for Cam Smith. And that should make Astros fans breathe a little bit easier since they traded for him. That was who did they trade? It wasn't Tucker? Cam Smith and Christian Moore should be going for much more than Cags and Bazzana. I mean, I like the take, but at the same time, Cags and Bazzana have shown some stuff already this spring. So it's not like they're not performing either, as well as the other two are absolutely balling out. We have a true green autograph coming up here. So first paper color as well. That's an upside down Dylan Dreeling. Numbered to 499, 98 of 499 there for the second rounder, 65th overall. Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling. There's our first Dante Nori and Treya Savage and Christian Moore of the night. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs. That makes sense since we just pulled the Culpepper in the last pack. Refractors of Deiber de los Santos, Paulinho Santana, Josiah Romeo, Jackson Kent, Victor Hurtado, Felnin Celestin, George Lombard, Jared Cerna, and the green auto is Caveris Tears, number 41 of 99, with another Jack Caglione Plasma Power insert behind that. Caveris Tears, true green, 41 of 99. You go with a different top loader there. There we go. Couple of very nice greens already. Fourth rounder, 134th overall there. Caveris Tears. Just took a look at my phone. Greg saw that payment. Thank you for sending that over. And let's sleeve up the rest of these hits. Keep it moving. Drilling, Christian Moore. Base. And then refractors of Romeo, Kent, Tibbs, Nori, and Yasavage. I think the guy who had Kavaris Tears tonight was in the chat last week. Do we have him here again? It doesn't look like it. Oh, Santa Clara losing to Pepperdine? That would be a monster upset in the brackets. All right, let's keep things moving. You can hit me a Cam Smith Power Plasma Auto to 99, says Joey G. Oh, I did hit you. Right, I remember that. Let's see. In the back, we have triple. Speaking of a Plasma Power hit, we have another Plasma Power hit coming up here, right as we say it. Meb's going to see Cags Friday. Yep. The exit angle and velocity off of his home run this weekend was wild. Like, it just looked perfect off the bat. All right, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Max Clark, Josue DePaula, Arjun Namala. There's our first Zaire Hope, Brock Porter, Dalton Rushing, Luis Guanipa, Samuel Basayo. We have a first outfield, Nick McLean, number 100 of 125, 250, I mean, on the purple. I don't know where 125 came from. We have a titanium first of Gage Miller, number 26 of 100. And we have a plasma power that looks like it's upside down. 63 of 250. Bryce Rayner on the refractor. Hagen Smith and Hagen Smith on our inserts. So the Bryce Rayner spot, it always happens that way. The unpaid for spots end up hitting. Nice Bryce Rayner. Probably not our biggest name on the board since Chase Burns is on the board, but Rayner definitely one of my favorites from this product. So happy to see him on the board early. Number to 250 there. Gage Miller to 100 on the titanium. 26 of 100. And Nick McLean, Matt McLean, a.k.a. Robbins' brother. I don't know if anybody saw that clip. Him and Ellie De La Cruz were standing next to each other, and Ellie De La Cruz called him the Robin to his Batman. There was a little bit more to that joke that you'll have to see the clip to if you want to see the rest of that joke. We have a base auto coming up here, so three base so far, and a true green. Kavaris Tears, speaking of that true green. Now out in chrome, Zach Earhart, Ariel Armis, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt. I am excited. Oh, there we go. Cam Smith and Cag, speaking of the big names. Cam Caminiti and Ben Hess. Bazana in a refractor. Cash Mayfield in a refractor. Big pack. Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Herrick Hernandez. And what could we get on the autograph here? Casey Sauke base with a Christian Moore plasma power. So lot of nice hits in that pack. First rounder Cash Mayfield on the refractor. Bazana first pick on the refractor. Let's open up some more top loaders. If anybody wants to play along with me, I just put a micro bet on St. Thomas. Here's the Bazana refractor. Jack Caglione, Cam Smith, bunch of huge names. 4 cards to top load, at least from this one. Casey Sauke. On the base auto. And then some more big first round names in base chrome. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, and Ryan Waldschmidt. And then in refractors, Caleb Bonemer. This is the way that I am used to seeing jumbo hobbies. The number of firsts far outweighs the number of non-firsts. That is the way it should be in jumbos, and it's the way I've seen it every case except that last one. Kuroda Grauer, Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, and Herrick Hernandez. Base auto night, batting 500. Do you have Casey Sauke as well? It's time for another Meb hot streak, it sounds like. Meb, who ended up being in the we got 3 more hits coming up here. Looks like maybe yellow, lunar glow, and purple. So very Mardi Gras colors there. Little green, purple, and yellow. Who ended up being announced on the Diamondbacks prospect roster in terms of big names. We have Jonathan Santucci, Kellen Lindsay, Theo Geelin, and Connor Griffin. First time on the board for Griffin. Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Dylan Cruz, David De Los Santos, Paulinho Santana, Josiah Romeo, Jackson Kent, Victor Hurtado, Felnine Celestin, Tyson Neighbors. Our purple is a first, and it's Blake Larson, 29 of 250. Our Blake Larson hot streak continues. We have a Yankee pitcher behind this one, Bryce Cunningham on the Lunar Glow. And our yellow is another first, and it's Jacob Cozart, 31 of 75. So all firsts on our color with a Culpepper and Kurtz insert behind those. Bunch to top load again out of that pack. This rate, I'm going to have to run and grab more top loaders before we finish this one. Yellow Cozart, purple Larson, Lunar Glow Cunningham stays on a little bit of a heater. Back-to-back weeks with a hit for Cunningham. We had a base auto, a refractor auto last week. And now this week with the Lunar Glow. Nice change in pace after our midweek break of Bowman Chrome, where whoever sent us the boxes sent them over with a lot of cat hair on them. So we are a zero cat hair break tonight. Always love that. Much preferred zero cat hair break. Let's see. Meb says just about all of them. Gino Groover, Tommy Troy, Hurley, Drew Jones, JD Dix. Who's Waldy? Luciano, Serta. We have a true blue autograph coming up here. Egan and Foley from this class. Yasel Soler. Wow, yeah, that is a Bowman packed lineup. Not a lot of paper color in that one, but starting off with the Jack Caglione Chrome. So 2 on the board for him now. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, and Griffin Burkholder. In the refractors, we have Aiden Smith, Curly Martha, Dernish Valdez, Ryan Harvey, Luke Keeschel, Walker Jenkins, Pablo Guerrero, Adolfo Sanchez. In the back, the Plasma Powers, Matt Shaw. And the true blue, I see a bat. Shortstop, Carter Johnson. If there is a Marlin that I'd want to hit in this product, it is Carter Johnson. I've heard some incredible things about him already. Number 93 of 150 for the second rounder. 56th overall, Carter Johnson. So a nice blue and 2 nice greens in the first box. Not a bad way to start things off. I'm going to sleeve up the cards that we have to sleeve up and shift over some of these piles, and we'll get into box number 2. Ivan Melendez. Ivan Melendez is nicknamed Waldy. Nice Rhett Lauder for Gregory. Let's see what we can do. So 3 base, But then on top of that, a true blue and a true green. So not a bad way to do the first autographs. All right, let's see. Luciano is going to be good. Is it? That's all right. Ivan Luciano. And where's the box cutter? There it is. All right, starting off box number 2. I don't know if I mentioned this in any of the breaks, but these were the 3 jumbo boxes that USPS lost in the mail for 2 weeks, and I thought were going to be gone forever. So nice enough of USPS to get us the boxes, and not lose a Carter Johnson when a Chase Burns green grass from the universe of their parallels. Let's see. Meb says know a bit about all 30 of the D-backs, so it's going to be a fun watch. I mean, they're definitely a fun organization. Let's see. Greg said I heard he was working with Yadi Molina. That would definitely make him somebody to watch out for, both behind the plate and with the bat. As unfortunate as me as a Met fan learned many years ago. What was that? The 2005 playoffs when Yachty effectively knocked us out of the NLDS or NLCS. All right, we have an Ariel Armis starting us off here. Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman, Ryan Waldschmidt on the board in base chrome with a Cam Caminiti and a third Jack Caglione behind that. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Jeremy Rodriguez, Rainer Arias. There's our first Rhett Lauder base, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, Dowell Joseph, Fernando Cruz. So looking good on the firsts again. Got to sleeve up the Hess and Caminiti as well. Chase Alsop, and behind that we have a speckle Davison De Los Santos. Nice one there, 150 of 250. And an Aqua Lunar Crater first of Chase Harlan, 60 of 150. Braden Montgomery and Max Clark on the inserts. So nice pack to start us off with box number 2. Chase Harlan, 60 for the 98th overall pick. And our favorite run of big names with Caglione, Caminiti, Waldschmidt, and Cam Smith. Bunch of the big chases always in a row. And big-time prospect Davison De Los Santos getting a numbered card as well. We don't hate that. Although I did see that he's not even ranked in the top 10 in a lot of Marlins prospect rankings. So maybe the D-backs trading Davison for, what was it? AJ Puck was not as crazy a trade as many people thought right off the bat. All right, let's see. Meb saying now the Royals, yes. If anybody knows the prospect list for any of these prospect games, feel free to list them out in the chat. I have not looked at all of them yet, and I'm super curious who is going to be playing. We have another base autograph starting us off here. Let me back up the camera a touch so this isn't too close to the camera. We have a green paper upside down, Eduardo Herrera, numbered 56 of 99 for the international signee. Ty South the Scene, Geronda Berry, Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, which means here comes Seaver King, Carson Benj, and Brody Brett. Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tears, Zach Earhart. Refractors of Carter Holton, Boston Bateman. Oh, here we go. Ryan Waldschmidt, Cam Smith, and Jack Caglione. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Tyson Lewis, and a Nate Dome auto. Heard some really good things about Dome and Santucci for the Mets. Walker Jenkins, Plasma Power. High upside for Dome from what I hear, although it is possible high upside with possibility of bust as well. So fingers crossed that works out for the Mets. So we now have 4 Cagliones between base and refractor. So Cags having a nice start to the night, even though we don't have any color for him yet. Cam Smith on the board now 3 times between 1 refractor and 2 base. Meb, I don't think you were here yet when I quoted this before, but a quote that I heard about Carson Benj was, and I will paraphrase this as closely as I remember, dads on Long Island will be talking about Carson Benj is something like telling their sons that that Carson Benj is the kind of player that they want them to be for decades in New York. So high praise for Carson Benj. Let's see, a few pictures. I know, but a lot of international unknowns. Your boy got to bullpen the spring training split squad today. Didn't get in, but that is awesome that he's there at spring training. All right. Starting pack number 2. Looks like we have a true blue and a fuchsia lunar crater and a gold paper. So it could be a good pack. Leo DeVries on the gold color match there on the San Diego jersey. 42 of 50 for the biggest international signing of the 2024 class. Chrome of Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, Treya Savage, and Christian Moore. A couple nice hits on the board already. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs. Ooh, no Kalen Culpepper behind him. Tank Hentz, Yohan Cespedes, Enrique Bradfield Jr., Braylon Morrell, Byron Churio, Roman Anthony, Shen Ang Lin, Emil Morales. Our true blue is a first pitcher of Aiden May, 148 of 150, and the Fuchsia Lunar Crater is also a first. Luke Holman, number 53 of 199. Connor Griffin and Christian Moore on the inserts. From what I hear, Luke Holman is still a bit of a high upside question mark. His dad was apparently made it up to AAA with the Phillies, so some pedigree there. See what the Reds, was it second rounder? Yeah, second rounder. Let's see, 56, 71st, 70th, and 148. So nowhere close to any matches there. James Tibbs, Dante Nori, and Treya Savage. I actually think we might have started a pack with Kalen Culpepper already, so that might be why Kalen Culpepper was not in back of Tibbs there. I feel like it's not often that we see a Christian Moore and a Tibbs in the same pack, so that was cool. We have a Leo DeVries. Beauty of a hit there with the gold on that San Diego jersey. I'm going to put that one up on a stand. Back-to-back weeks with a nice gold paper. Bazana last week, and now DeVries this week. Ooh, let me raise the camera a little bit so we can keep everything on camera. All right, let's see our second autograph of box number 2. Pack opening up weird. So let's go from the top. We have another base auto, so 2 base autos to start off this box. Ethan Bagwell Chrome, Casey Sauke, Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas, Blake Burke, and Braylon Payne, and Chase Burns, Gage Miller. There's Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey. Refractors of Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southasine, Jerron Berry, Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, Seaver King, and Carson Benj. We'll see if there's a Brody Breck coming up. We have a Griff O'Farrell base auto on the board. First rounder, supplemental first rounder with the Brock Wilkin plasma power behind it. The Gunnar Henderson supplemental first round pick there for Griff O'Farrell. Let's see. I'm going to switch that out with the Cole Mathis Meb. My apologies. Taking down Cole, putting up the first rounder Griff. Switch out a second rounder for a first rounder. Seaver King, Fenwick Trimble, and Ty Southasine refractors. Also refractors of Berry, Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, and Hunter Cranton. Lots to sleeve up this week. Well, I hope nobody joined me on the St. Thomas bet. They are looking like they're about to bow out of their season. I wonder if there's any college basketball fans out there, even though St. Thomas can't play in the NCAA tournament, would they be allowed to play in like an NIT or a CBI? Or do they have similar rules for all postseason tournaments? All right, we have hit a lot of refractors so far in this second box. Let's see if that continues into this pack. Looks like we're going to at least have a Lunar Glow. Yep, just a Lunar Glow here. Chrome, we have Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy. There's Griff O'Farrell again. Nice night for him so far. Bryce Rayner and Hagen Smith Chrome, Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanaga, Vladimir Asensio, Jose Perdomo, Aiden Major on the board for the first time with LP Langevin, Chandler Welsh, and Leo DeVries, Berlin Brazaban, Sebastian Walcott, and Levi Sterling. Looking good with the Lunar Glow there. Chase Burns and Seaver King on the inserts. Already through 2 packs of top loaders. Got some sirens going on in the background. In the New York City background, let's see what that means for our next autograph. Let's get the top loaders open for Bryce Rayner. I believe it was Aaron. Was that Aaron was the name of the person who picked up Bryce Rayner? Having a nice night already with 2 base chromes at least and a plasma power refractor to 250. The next autograph is going to be a refractor to 499. So something numbered in this box. We also have a 499 Nick Kurtz. Sky blue paper Nick Kurtz, number 260 of 499. So Kurtz getting something numbered at least. Jonathan Santucci on the chrome. Kellen Lindsay, Theo Geelan, and Connor Griffin. Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday. Randall Diaz on the Nationals roster for their breakout game. Ethan Schiefelbein. Refractors of Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart, J.D. Dix, Braden Montgomery, Nick Kurtz, Dylan Dreeling, Brandon Neely, and the refractor auto is pitcher Cal Steven. We've been pretty hot on him recently, too. Connor Griffin on the plasma power. So Cal Steven auto, numbered 458 of 499 refractor. I was hoping, Meb, that would be the case, but Not to knock Cal Steven. I was hoping for something a little bit bigger than a Cal Steven numbered to 499. Let's see. I think it's postseason, but the NCAA may not have control over the smaller ones. That could be true. Does every team get a prospect breakout game? I didn't scan through to see all of the games, but I thought when I initially went through that it looked like there were not enough games that all 30 teams played. And I believe the Nationals might play 2 games. I think they play against the Astros and the Mets in breakout games on Thursday and Sunday. Always a good night when we are flying through top loaders. Oh, Omaha has a big man who shoots 26% free throws. Made 1 of 2. We have no refractors in this pack, not even in paper. Another Connor Griffin in back-to-back packs, so I think that's at least 3 base Connor Griffin chromes. Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Caron, Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Michael Massey, Bryce Eldridge, Yosua Lugo, Aiden Smith, Curly Martha, Dernish Valdez, Ryan Harvey, and Luke Keeschel, Nick Kurtz, and Braden Montgomery on the inserts. So a lot of firsts, but not a lot of first rounders in that one. Connor Griffin adding the paper. I mean the chrome base. Every team has a breakout game. Let's see if I recall. Some play 2 because the numbers in Florida and Arizona are odd. Gotcha. We have another base autograph. So 3 base and a refractor to 499 so far in this second box. We have a Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman, Griffin Burkholder, Jonathan Santucci, and Kellen Lindsay and Theo Geelin, which makes sense why the Connor Griffin was at the top of the last pack. We have a Billy Amick refractor, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reinards, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, same names, Luke Holman, and Griffin Burkholder. And our next auto is Cam Caminiti. Finally, a non-insert Cam Caminiti auto. I believe, if I remember correctly, that's our first one. We pulled a green in action, numbered to 99, but finally getting a first Cam Caminiti auto with the Paulinho Santana Plasma Power behind that. Lots to sleeve up from that pack. Highlighted by that Cam Caminiti base. So if we were going to hit a pitcher, we either wanted to see Cam Caminiti, Chase Burns, or Hagen Smith, or at least we would have liked to see one of those 3. And we have the Chase Burns green grass and the Cam Caminiti base auto. All right. St. Thomas, not out of it. One more pack to go here. Let's see if we can get one more color auto out of this one. We have no refractors in this pack either. Chrome of Johnny King, Sam Antonacci, Eric Hernandez, Nick Montgomery, Ryan Sloan, Jacob Cozart, J.D. Dix, Braden Montgomery, and Nick Kurtz on the board again. Dylan Dreeling, Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Griffin Herring, Grant Shepardson, Rafe Schlesinger. I feel like I haven't said those names too many times yet tonight. Ural Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Nick Kurtz in action and Corbin Burns in tune. Get some top loaders on the Montgomery and Kurtz. Have either Montgomery or Kurtz played in spring training this year? I have not looked at their stats. I actually haven't looked at many stats over the last week. I need to do some more research before the prospect games last week to see how these guys are playing. I know the big ones like Cam Smith going nuts and Caglione with 3 home runs. And I don't know what home run wise, I know Bazzana has 1 monster home run. We do have another numbered auto. This one's going to be an aqua wave, I should say. Kalen Culpepper on the chrome. Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright, Travis Bazzana back on the board, Cash Mayfield, Caleb Bonemer, Cal Steven, Josh Kuroda Grauer, refractors. Finally got that Brody Brecht from when we finished the pack with the Carson Benj before. Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tears, Zach Earhard, Ariel Armis, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, and our last auto of box number 2, shortstop, Kuroda Grauer again. We have been hot on him as well with the Roman Anthony Plasma Power. We pulled his auto to number to 10 for Meb a couple weeks ago. Meb, is Kuroda Grauer yours again tonight? 114 of 199 on the Kuroda Grauer, who was the 75th overall pick. Nice hit, but not tonight for Meb. Meb, what'd you do with the Kuroda Grauer number to 10 autograph? Is that one off to PSA or is it a hold or a sell? Kuroda Grauer played today as well. Kurtz hit a bomb in spring training this week. Happy to hear that too. Programs were after 20. So St. Thomas has been in D1 since 2022. Is this their last year of ineligibility? It's a long time to not be able to play in the postseason. All right, shifting some cards over. Then we're getting into the last box. Hold for now, probably going to PSA. I like that call on a number to 10. Let me shift over the paper cards as well, and then we get into the last box. And let's sleeve up the Bazzana. All right, now we have space to shift over the Caminiti and Kuroda Grauer so we can see that Chase Burns in the background. Let's see, heard good things on him. Comparisons to Betts. Woo. That would be, if Kuroda Grauer is anything like Mookie Betts, you're sitting on an absolute gold mine there with that number 10 auto. Would not hate that for you. There is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all 5 packs out. There's our final empty box of the night. All right, starting off, we have no refractors in the first pack. Starting off the Chromes, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanaga, Ethan Bagwell, Casey Sauke, Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas, Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, and Chase Burns back on the board. I think the third time in base for each. Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Bryce Eldridge, Yosua Lugo, Aiden Smith, Curly Martha, Dernish Valdez, Ryan Harvey, Luke Keeschel, Walker Jenkins, Seaver King, and Dylan Cruz. Couple Nats on the inserts. Seaver King and, well, no, not Dylan Cruz because he's a major leaguer, but Seaver King is on the prospect game roster. Blake Burke and Braylon Payne there. First rounders. Let's see our first autograph of the third box. So far, 4 color, 6 base. Speckle auto coming up here. We have a sky blue Nick Montgomery. Paper there, numbered 345 of 499. Chrome of Randall Diaz, Brian Holiday, Ethan Schiefelbein, Ethan Anderson, Chris Cortez, Braylon Dowdy, Griff O'Farrell back on the board. Having a nice night for him and Bryce Rayner and Hagen Smith, Mike Sirota, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Refractors, Ural Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, Jeremy Rodriguez, Rainer Arias, Rhett Lauder. I can't remember if Jeremy Rodriguez is on in the lineup. I think he is. We have there's our first Rhett Lauder non-base for the person who asked for him before. Outfielder on the speckle, Mike Sirota, number to 71. Really nice hit there. Sirota, the now Dodger, numbered 53 of 71 with a beautiful hit there. Ryan Waldschmidt on the plasma power behind that. So Sirota getting what might be our hit of the night. The 87th overall pick there. Let's see. I'm going to move the Carter Johnson over. I think I'm going to have to take down. Let's take down the Leo DeVries, even though it's a good looking card. All right, let's see. What do we have going on in the chat? I see a bunch of messages. They compare these kids a lot. Only sometimes they're right. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to call anybody Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is definitely a unique talent. And Bo saying, sorry for paying late. Just paid your boy and you lost track of playing NBA 2K. No worries, man. Who'd you have in the break tonight? I'll let you know if we hit anything for you so far. Let's see. While we go through this last box, a reminder, we have a 2024 Bowman half-case jumbo break on Wednesday this week. That's going to be the first one of those I've ripped in quite a while. Went back through the class. I know I was talking about it last week, and forgot how loaded 2024 Bowman was. So we're going to be ripping that on Wednesday. That's, I think, 12 autographs in that one. And another half case on Tuesday from Brian. We have a Carson Benj and a Brody Brecht starting us off here. Bryce McCage, Josh Hartle, Kavaris Tears, Zach Earhart, Ariel Armis, Nick McLean, Blake Larson, Carter Holton, Boston Bateman. The trio coming up again, it looks like. Oh, no, just Ryan Waldschmidt. Interesting. Ryan Waldschmidt, base. Rafe Schlesinger, Grant Shepardson, Ural Perez, Noble Meyer, Cooper Pratt, Tommy Troy, Miles Naylor, and Jeremy Rodriguez. Connor Griffin and Adriel Rodney inserts. Too many names. All right. Were you the guy that had Griffo Farrell in your order? I feel like I remember there was one big order that had Griffo Farrell in there. If that's the case, we do have ink on Griffo Farrell. We have no color in the paper there. We have a JD Dix, Braden Montgomery, and Nick Kurtz again in chrome. Dylan Dreeling, Brandon Neely, Fenwick Trimble, Ty Southasine, Geronda Berry, Ryan Johnson, Titus Sissel, Hunter Cranton, Seaver King. Makes sense since we just had the Benj and Brecht. Refractors, Langevin, Welch, Leo DeVries, Berlin Brazaban, Sebastian Walcott, Tink Hens, Yoel Cespedes, Enrique Bradfield Jr., and refractor auto should be Aiden May, number 395 of 499. So 2 autos out, 1 base and 1 Aiden May. No, not 1 base. 1 Mike Sirota, number to 71, and 1 Aiden May, number to 499. So 2 for 2 on colors so far. Does not necessarily mean that like the other 2 boxes, that we have 3 base autos coming up. We have had a run once upon a time where we hit 15 color autos in a row. Nice night for the base chromes. A lot of big names after a couple breaks in a row where we were light on the big names in chrome. We went real heavy on them tonight. Brecht, Nori, Bonemer, O'Farrell. Yep, we got O'Farrell on the autograph. Definitely have some interesting stuff coming up here. Gold and Fuchsia Lunar Crater. Definitely have lots of refractors of some of those other names, at least for you. Griffin, Burkholder, Jonathan Santucci, Kellen Lindsay, Theo Geelin, and Connor Griffin back on the board. Carter Johnson, Drew Beam, Dakota Jordan, Daniel Egan, Josh Karen, Rainer Arias, Rhett Lauder, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, Dowell Joseph, Fernando Cruz, Chase Alsop, Michael Massey. The gold is Aiden Miller, 10 of 50. That's a nice one there, although quite a bit off center on that. Maybe one that's worth sending back to Tops. We have a Fuchsia Lunar Crater of Carter Matheson. So back-to-back Phillies. Much nicer centering on that one. On the hits, Leo DeVries in tune, Jack Caglione, in action, and Jack Caglione in tune. $191 of 199 on the Fuchsia Lunar Crater there, and 10 of 50 on Aiden Miller, who we will hopefully be pulling some more firsts of on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Aiden Miller's first release, 2024 Bowman. I don't think he was in 2023 draft. All right, let's see the third to final autograph of the night. 2 color on the board already from this box, and next is going to be a base. We have Cam Smith and Jack Caglione to start this pack off. Nice way to start. Cam Caminiti, Ben Hess, Tyson Lewis, Billy Amick, Cole Messina, Woody Hadeen, Eddie Reiners, Carter Matheson, Nate Dome, Luke Holman. Refractors, Braylon Morrell, Byron Churio, Roman Anthony, Sheneng Lin, Emil Morales, Griffin Herring, Grant Shepardson, Rafe Schlesinger, and we were talking about him before. Ivan Luciano. I think this is the first time I've ever pulled an autograph of him with a Jack Caglione plasma power behind it. I don't remember ever seeing that autograph before. So Ivan Luciano, hopefully somebody who's climbing the charts in the D-backs organization, getting the base autograph there. And I think I'm going to be close on how many top loaders I have here. Shepardson, Schlesinger, Caminiti. Ben Hess. We got some sirens in the background, but we're between packs. We're going to have to grab some more top loaders to finish this one off. All right, let's see. Meb says Luciano is 18 and didn't make the top 10 youngest breakout player list. Hopefully he changes that this year. Let's see. This is the last box, but we will recap the whole break after this one. So we'll recap all the hits. We have a couple more exciting hits coming up right here. I can't tell if that's gold or yellow on the Lunar Crater. We have blue on paper. Nice color match there for Jonathan Santucci. Number 92 of 150 for the 46th overall pick. Kalen Culpepper Chrome, Chase Harlan, Casey Cook, Jamie Ferrer, Eli Serrano, Aiden May, Blake Wright. One more Travis Bazana at least. Cash Mayfield, Pablo Guerrero, Adolfo Sanchez, Charlie Bylanson, Gage Zeal, Ryan Clifford, Brock Wilkin, Augustin Ramirez, Braden Taylor, Trey Morgan. Our color, we have Caden Dana, number 103 of 200 for the Angels, arguable top prospect. And looks like, I still can't tell if that's yellow or gold. Herrick Hernandez, yellow Lunar Crater, 30 of 75. I don't know if I've ever seen a gold Lunar Crater. Hayden Smith and Braden Montgomery on the inserts. So Herrick Hernandez adding a hit. Let's see. There are 10 guys younger than him in these games. Yeah, I guess there's probably a lot of international signings that are in these games. I think Hurtado might have been in there, and I imagine Hurtado's got to be super young. I think Jeremy Rodriguez is in there, and I'm pretty sure Jeremy Rodriguez is super young as well. Nice looking Santucci color match there. Bazana. I believe Santucci is on the breakout roster. So whoever has that Santucci spot, I might try and buy that one off you so I could try and get it autographed at the breakout game this next Sunday. Bazano we wanted in the top loader. Mayfield and Kalen Culpepper. Second to last autograph. We have base there. I thought I saw some color. So 2 base, 2 colors so far. We have Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling, Dante Nori, Treya Savage, and Christian Moore. Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Nathan Flewelling, Nick Mitchell, James Tibbs. Makes sense since we just saw the Culpepper. Refractors, Aiden Miller, Eduardo Herrera, Dowell Joseph, Fernando Cruz. Still refractors, Chase Alsop, Michael Massey, Bryce Eldridge, Yosua Lugo, and base auto outfielder Mike Sirota. It's a Mike Sirota box. 2 Mike Sirota autographs. Christian Moore on the Plasma Power. Mike Sirota, speckle number to 71, and now a Mike Sirota base autograph out of the same box. Only a handful of times that we've seen that this year. And Sirota is probably one of the better ones that we've had 2 autographs of in the same box. James Tibbs, Dante Nori. I'm still trying to get my hands on a Sapphire box. I mistakenly forgot to bid on one this week that sold for $720, which is below where I think like $150 below where current market is. So I'll keep trying to get my hands on another Sapphire so we can get a Sapphire mixed in another one of these breaks soon. For tonight, this is our final pack. 1 more autograph to go. Any more refractors to go? No. Starting off the Chromes with the Gage Miller, Ivan Luciano, Ryan Campos, Aaron Parker, AJ Causey, Bryce Cunningham, Levi Sterling. Same pack as last one. Dante Nori, Treya Savage, Christian Moore, Peyton Toll, John Spikerman, Jose Perdomo, Aiden Major, LP Langevine, Chandler Welch, Leo DeVries, Berlin Brazaban, Sebastian Walcott, Tink Hentz, Yoendry Vargas on the inaction, Sebastian Walcott in tune. The announcer's mic is not working at the Summit Championship. It's the rare case where you don't have to be sad for a team that doesn't get to go dancing after they lose in the championship of a conference tournament. Let's see. Meb says guys born in 2007 and 2008 on the list. What's happening? How is that possible? Your son in high school was born in 2006. Yeah, that is very crazy. All right. Let's see. We have a huge stack of big name base chromes tonight. That stack was probably a third that size in our last 2 breaks. So we love to see that. All right, let's see what our final autograph of the night is going to be. And it is going to be another 3 base box. So started off with 2 color, finish off with 3 base. All right, Mike Sirota, Chrome, Carson DiMartini, Rodney Green, Trey Snyder, Cody Shojanagi, Ethan Bagwell, Casey Sauke, Cole Mathis, Jared Thomas. We'll get 1 more, Blake Burke, Braylon Payne, and Chase Burns. Refractors, Walker Martin, Johnny Farmello. Haven't said those names many times this week. Nate Knowles, Jackson Wentworth, Adriel Rodney, Max Clark, Josue De Paula, Arjun Namala in the back, Cam Smith Plasma Power, and our final autograph of the night is Blake Wright. Once again, the unpaid for spots getting ink. I believe Blake Wright was the guy that we sold to Greg at the beginning of the break. Just scroll up and make sure I'm not confusing anybody and I have that right. It is Blake Wright. Congrats, Greg. Sneaking it in, Blake Wright with the base autograph at the end there. All right, so we're going to sleeve up these hits, and then we will recap the hits from the break tonight. Once again, a reminder, we have a break, same format on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, 4 jumbo hobby boxes of 2024 Bowman. Then we have another one of these breaks next Sunday that'll be hosted by Brian. So Tuesday and next Sunday will be hosted by Brian. Wednesday will be hosted by me. For anybody who wants to make the last minute decision and come meet us at the Prospect Breakout game, Mets Nationals next Sunday, that's where we'll be. Me, Greg, and Bobby at least. Let me separate these out in by player. A lot of big names. A lot of the big nine, we'll call it, that we put in top loaders here. All right, let's see what we have here. So we have 3 Braden Montgomerys. We have 3 Bryce Rayners. We have 3 Chase Burns. We have 4 Christian Moores. We have 3 Cam Smiths. 4 Jack Cagliones. 4 Connor Griffins. 3 Nick Kurtz. And 3 Travis Bazanas. So the big 9 that we always top load, all getting a lot of hits tonight. At least 3 each. After a couple weeks where we had one of a couple of those guys. So good to see that change. Oh, there was another Chase Burns in there. So make that 4 Chase Burns as well. All right. And the rest of our hits, we had a Blake Wright base autograph, Mike Sirota base autograph, Caden Dana Speckle, Santucci blue paper, Herrick Hernandez yellow lunar crater, Ivan Luciano base auto, Aiden Miller gold, Carter Matheson fuchsia lunar crater, Aiden May refractor auto, Nick Montgomery sky blue paper, Leo DeVries gold paper, Nick Kurtz sky blue paper, Nick Kurtz refractor, as well as Braden Montgomery. Cal Steven refractor auto, Levi Sterling lunar glow, Cole Mathis base auto, Aiden May true blue, chrome, Luke Holman fuchsia lunar crater, Eduardo Herrera green paper, Caglione and Cam Smith refractors, Nate Dome base auto, Davison De Los Santos speckle, Chase Harlan aqua lunar crater, Bryce Cunningham lunar glow, Blake Larson purple, Jacob Cozart yellow, Casey Sauke base auto, Bazana refractor, Nick McLean purple, Gage Miller titanium, Dylan Dreeling sky blue paper, Colt Emerson speckle, Fenwick Trimble base auto. So we did a lot better in the hits getting first this week as well. All in all, nice case. Let's see our big hits. Let's go Kuroda Grauer first with the Teal Wave numbered 114 of 199. Then Carter Jensen on the blue auto, number 93 of 150. Bryce Rayner on the refractor plasma power to 250. Then we'll go Griff O'Farrell next on the base auto. And I'm going to go Chase Burns, green grass, 93 of 99. And then let's go Cam Caminiti base auto. Caveras Tears, green auto, number 41 of 99. And hit of the night, Mike Sirota, speckle, number 53 of 71 on the auto there. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining tonight. We'll see you guys back here, hopefully Tuesday and Wednesday. And at that point, we'll be, one day away from the prospect game starting. So lots of excitement coming up this week. Thank you, Meb, and thanks for everybody who joined. We will catch you guys later this week.
They were among 5 teams, all with an identical Big Ten record of 7-13. In fact,